Okay, we'll begin here by opening up my cameras, and they're in the Home Guard Care app. And I'll touch that and we'll open that up and go right to the cameras. Okay, I've opened the Home Guard Care camera app, and this is what pops up. I've got my camera ID numbers all blocked out so you can't see them, but we're going to be working with this camera here, the outside camera. And so I'm going to go to these three dots here. I'm going to touch those three dots right there and go to the next page, which takes us to this page here. Again, the name of the camera is outside, the camera ID, your username and your password. And we're going to hit this button right here called the Advanced Settings button and go to the next page. And this is what the next page looks like. And we are going to go down here to set the 24-hour-a-day continuous video recording. We're going to go right here to memory card setting. Alright, we are now on the memory card settings page, and in the first line up here it says 29,645 megabytes. I have a 32 gigabyte class 10 micro SD card inserted, and it's good for about 3.5 days of recording continuously, or about 86 hours. And how I know this is I measured it and I used the card up, and I just was curious to how much it would take. And the second line is how much memory you've got on the card right now. Every time you open this page, that number should change. And this third line is tells you whether you have a card inserted or not. And this fourth line right here, number 10, refers to 10 minutes. What the camera does, it records for 10 minutes, shuts off, and then starts recording again. And then 10 minutes later shuts off, and those are called blocks. So if you had 60 minutes worth of recording, you'd have 6 blocks of 10 minutes. Or if you had 90 minutes of recording, you'd have 9 blocks of 10 minutes worth of recording. And this line down here is the button to turn on the 24-hour recording, like that. And in order to activate it, you have to push done button up here, or I call it the enter button. And it says set succeeded, and then it goes back to the advanced settings page. But I'm going to go back to the memory card settings page to make sure it did get activated, and sure enough, there it is. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about this number 10, the 10 minute. It can be changed from 2 to 15 minutes, and that's what I'm going to show you. Now, in order to change this number 10 right here, you'll have to touch the screen right there, and then you go down here, and I'm going to change it to, come on, I'm going to change it to 7. And you have to shut it off, push enter or done, then it goes back to that page. Now go check it. You go to your memory card setting, make sure it took, and there it is. See, 7. Because if you don't shut it back off, you leave it back on, it'll keep going back to 10 all the time. So you have to shut it off. Then you turn it back on and push enter or done, and now you're recording 24 hours. Okay, so we're back on the memory card setting page. Now you can remotely format your memory card. Let's just say you got a whole bunch of stuff on your memory card, and you just want to erase it all. So you just push, and it says, after format, all the data on the memory card will be lost. Format will last for 20 seconds. Actually, it lasts for about 43 seconds. And you push OK, and here's what it looks like. And it'll do this for about 42 seconds, and then pushing that thing will go away, and your memory card is completely wiped clean. Okay, pay attention. I got some really important information here. I'm going to speak real slow. When that button's on, this thing records 24 hours nonstop. This function right here works in conjunction with the alarm settings. All other settings in your alarm settings will function normally. If your alarm settings is set to take a motion detect a picture and send it to your email, that still works. If your alarm setting is set to motion detect video and the video is sent to the SD card, it will send that motion detection video to the SD card, but just in a different location. I have another short video out on where to find those pictures and videos in your app. When your memory card gets full, the camera deletes the oldest blocks of videos and rewrites new videos. A continuous loop, round and round, never ending. Okay, we're going to go back to the camera page, and we're going to go to this right here, recordings. We're going to touch that recordings button and go to the next page. Okay, so we hit the record button and it takes you to this page right here where you can either touch local, which is manually taking videos or pictures, which you can see all my cameras and they don't have any on them right now. Or you can go to remote, which shows you the videos that were motion detected or your 24-hour continuous recording. That's where I'm going to go next. I'm going to hit remote there. Okay, I've touched the remote page. So we went there and it shows all my cameras. Now the one we were working with was the outside camera. So I'm going to touch this arrow right here and it will take me into the next page, which we want to go into. So this is the next page. It's a calendar. And if you have any recordings on any day, say it's such as the 5th, 6th, or 7th, any day it'll show up in red, as this one here is the 9th, and it's showing up in red, and it says recording, and it has a little recording button there. But you don't know how many recordings you have on that particular day. Yeah. So what you do is you can look at your 24-hour-a-day continuous recordings by going to this white highlighted schedule, and then we'll push this done button to enter into it. So I pushed the done button and it took us into all these recordings, and these are the 24-hour continuous recording blocks of 10 minutes. Remember, I had it set for 10 minutes. This one says 2 minutes here. I don't know how that got in there, but here's one 9:59, 9 minutes 59 seconds, 9 minutes 59 seconds, 10 minutes and 1 second, 10 minutes right there, and so forth. And it just keeps going on and on. It looks like there's a 420 there. I don't know. Don't ask me how that stuff gets in there. But anyway, so we're going to go into one of these recordings right here. Let's go into this bottom one right here. Hopefully I get right in there. And it'll show. Okay, so there's recording this in its 10-minute block, and it just continues to go like that. And you can't fast forward. You'd think you'd be able to just slide this little ball down and fast forward, but you can't. It wants to go back all the time like that. So you just have to wait it out if you want to look at it, or transfer it over your computer with your video software, and then you can fast forward and look through it that way if you want to do it that way. So we'll go back here to that page, and let's go to this guy right here and show what he's got. And if you want to go to the next video down the line, you just press this the next button down there, and it goes to the next one. If you want to go back, you hit it back, and it goes back to the next one, or hit it back again, and it goes back to the next one. So you can kind of surf through the 10-minute videos if you want. I don't know. Anyway, so that's how you do it. I'm going to go back here, put it here, and I'm going to go back to the calendar. And that's how you find your 24-hour continuous recordings.